I matched with a stranger 12 hours before a wedding and brought them as my plus one. What could possibly go wrong? Picture this. A navy dress with a lipstick-shaped stain the exact color of maraschino cherries. Don't ask. An open bar humming like it's powering bad ideas, and someone I'd never met trying to guess whether the cake was vegan. Here's my thesis. Weddings are 5-hour pressure cookers that turn normal judgment into panic dating. Remember the phrase, wedding pressure cooker. I'll bring it back later. I'm Liv, your chronically online host, and every episode I talk about life, relationships, internet chaos, bad decisions, and those moments that spiral faster than they should. Today's episode is short, messy, and exactly the kind of thing you forward to your group chat at 2 a.m. when you need both entertainment and absolution. My backup flaked with a text that read, "Sorry, something came up," and then sent 3 photos of their cat. So naturally, I opened the app that has ruined more weekends than delayed flights. He matched me. Bio said loves long walks and takes a serious stance on artisanal pickles. Red flag? Maybe. Funny? Definitely. He sent a selfie with a shaggy dog that may or may not have been borrowed from someone's story. Timeline check. By 10 p.m., I had a plan. By midnight, I had a ride. By 8 a.m. the next morning, this stranger was on my couch trying to decide which tie conveyed wedding adjacent without screaming desperation. Car rides are where first impressions survive or combust. We did the small talk weather loop, because of course. And then he asked, totally earnest, "What are your wedding non-negotiables?" I said, "Arrive, clap, avoid being in photos mid-dip." He nodded like I'd just explained the secret handshake to a cult. We pull up to the venue, and from 10 feet away, it's a Pinterest tableau. From 5 feet, it's, assembled by people with enthusiasm and a measuring tape that quit. Cue the aunt who hugs like it's competitive sports training, and the cousin who demands a 5-minute oral history of our relationship after 5 minutes. Classic wedding pressure cooker move. Start small, and then boom, you're in karaoke. Red Flag started doing a little parade. He volunteered to DJ a playlist and interpreted wedding classics as a personal mixtape of the early 2000s deep cuts. He believed in every track like it was a missionary. Someone should have gently said, "Nope." Instead, I clapped like an encouraging squirrel. And then, because of course, the toast. He stood up and launched into a story about meeting the bride at a pottery class, which felt oddly specific and suspiciously cinematic. He ended with, "May your life be like perfectly centered clay," which sounded like a fortune cookie, and you could hear someone fish around for applause like they'd misplaced it. The crowd clapped politely. The bride smiled that fierce smile people use when they're grading your performance in public. My brain submitted a formal RSVP decline to my own decisions. Then karaoke happened. He picked Don't Stop Believing and launched into the chorus like someone elbowing for a high G. The notes split, and the uncle 2 tables over actually stood up and did a slow clap. We will indeed remember this. My group chat blew up 2 minutes later. One friend texted, "What?" Another sent 6 crying laughing emojis and a screenshot. And someone else replied with a single capitalized "Why?" The receipts were merciless and precise. Hot take, applied like a lens. Weddings compress decision-making into a tiny, glittery box. Normal red flags you'd notice over coffee get ignored when everyone around you is clapping like the universe depends on it. That wedding pressure cooker turns "do I like this person" into "do they keep my drink upright and deflect small talk for an hour?" Rulebook, chaotic edition. 1. Bring someone who knows their karaoke limits. 2. Avoid voluntary public speakers. 3. If they offer to drive after 3 glasses of I'm fine, hide the keys. Also, mints and basic empathy are underrated. He brought mints, and that was the one sensible move of the night. Confession. I posted a single photo from that night, the one where neither of us were mid-performance, just smiling with the cake in the background. I captioned it with a joke and then quietly archived it the next day when the group chat receipts rolled in. I also, embarrassingly, loved parts of the chaos. There's a rush to being the story for one night.
What did I do wrong? Plenty. What did I do right? I survived, I laughed, and I walked away with a story that will live rent-free in my head. The wedding pressure cooker did its job. It made a terrible decision unforgettable. You're judging me, I'm judging myself, and we're both getting our money's worth in laughs. If this made you laugh, leave a review. I read them like bedtime stories. Share your own +1 disaster if you dare. I'll judge it, and then I'll probably steal it for a later episode. Stay chaotic. This escalated quickly. I'll catch you next time with another story that probably should have had better planning and definitely had worse outcomes. Stay chaotic.